Greetings and salutations to you all once again. It's I, the Ravenous Spectre, and today we're going to be streaming a little bit of Yakuza 5. So here we go. Look it all up, all the side quests. That's what I want to do first before I go to the main story. I have a tendency to kind of skim fast through conversations sometimes unless they're very detrimental. Oh wow, that's new. It's kind of like the way it is with Yakuza 0 and Yakuza 6, where they'll end up having enemies just suddenly show up out of nowhere and start attacking you. But in 6, I think it was 6, you would actually go and start attacking immediately when you got into a fight instead of having to wait. So apparently just a natural evolution, I guess you could say, of the series. That just yet. Anyways, I have no idea what type of weapon that is. I think it's like a modded weapon, though. I know that. I do know that I can get attack faster, though, with having 2 of these items on, so let's just go ahead and do this then, because that's going to help me out better. That's what matters. Walk instead of run. I couldn't read that. I went by too fast. What'd I say? So this is something interesting. Something new that they apparently ended up putting in there that I wasn't really aware of. Let's see. I don't really care. Apparently walking helps out. Oh look, there's another enemy right there. Oh, okay. So in the 5th one I could actually see when enemies would pop up, determining if I walk or run around them. So that's cool. I swear the gameplay in 5 is so much better than in 3. It's even better than it is in 4. It's like 4 is better than 3 and 5 is better than both of them. So yeah, just I'm not wearing that anyways. Where was I going? Okay, yeah. Down and around, up and around towards the other side. Nope. Okay. So obviously I can't hop up over there. Do I have... No, I don't. I don't have any soul orbs to utilize with leveling up. Good to know we're actually in a new area, though. A new city. Because it mainly takes place around Kamurocho. That might be one reason why he's fishing with one hand. I'll try it out. What the heck? If I can get a trophy or something out of it. Well, whatever. Okay, well. What is this? Well, never mind. I'm not gonna worry about it right now. Let's see. I'll go down here to go to this one. Yep, just keep walking into me. Perfect, just moonwalk. See, it's all the way down there. Nope, not going there yet. I guess I probably should have tried. No, that wouldn't work. I was thinking about taking a taxi closer to my destination, but that ain't gonna work. On top of the fact that, oopsie boopsie, oopsie boopsie, oopsie boopsie. Okay. Oopsie, my phone went off there. Okay. Sorry about that, guys. My phone went off there for a moment. Yeah. 1 second, guys. I'm sorry about this. I'm trying to rearrange my phone here for a moment. Alright, okay, we're good. We're good now, okay. What the hell? Okay, how do I get down there? Oh, hell no. Oh, hell no. That's how we dropouts do it. Screw the rules, annihilate everything. Yeah, and you end up sleeping out on the street, you piece of shit. Or living off of mama's paycheck. Or your sugar mama's paycheck.
Nantea?
I'm gonna beat the shit out of you guys. Worthless shits. Come here, guy. Let me go for a little swim. Piece of shit. Wash the shit off of you. There you go. Hit him so hard he glitched through the damn environment. Ha ha ha. The hell is 1, 2, 3 gum? No, it's one of those poker game things or whatever, parlor games. I don't bother with those in these games. They don't interest me in the least bit. I don't care if they got trophies attached to them or not. The girl he treats like a daughter. Shrine. Looks like with a mummified priest or something. Okay, it's up this way. Yeah, I'm not going that way out though. Or try to fight that dude again. You know what the heck? I'll go try it out and see. Maybe he's there.
Bill. Bill. 舐めてると痛い目見るぜ。
Train, so let's train. Maybe not. Oh, I thought it was gonna fall over. Bless me.
Yo.舐めてると痛い目見るぜ。
Well, that didn't work out too well. Did not work out the way I intended for it, that's for sure. Well, it probably would have worked better if I probably would have had a wall in front of me or something. They would have probably into it. No! Thou shalt not grabbeth me, tried to take me to thine wall. That's what he was trying to do. Get it out, kid! Well, not necessarily. So, apparently even some of these attacks I'm doing on him are taking very little health off unless he really lets his guard down, and then it takes a little bit more off. But, I mean, I'm just really starting out here, so I'm trying to get everything I can out of the game before I really progress in the main story. So, me trying to do what I'm doing, I'm trying to basically it's like, hey, you're gonna grind out your levels and then pretty much demolish everything else that comes in your path as you progress onward in the game. Yeah, sometimes I'll work that way, especially if I'm doing side quests. Trying to always make myself better than what the main story wants me to be at that point in time. So, I mean, heck, it's there to be able to be done, so might as well do it, right? Yeah! No comment. Yeah, no kidding.
Yo.
I think I'm just gonna wait. I really don't feel like doing that right now. I'll come back again later. I just wanted to see what the next move would be. I kind of want to progress some here without just learning moves, at least at the moment. So, probably moves I won't even really utilize either, knowing how I play.
Yeah. Huh?
Man. Wee. No, that could work or that couldn't work. Gosh, I wish they would increase your inventory. Jesus. Hey, Lyrical. How's it going? Thank you kindly. I appreciate it. I leveled up before previously, and I wasn't even aware of that. Fancy that. Okay. Wait a minute. Let's look at these. Escape enemy held on easily. Oh, sure. Get back in your feet faster to get back down. Yeah. Showing enemy grabbing you that they should keep their heads in themselves by pile driving them. Hell yeah. Only got 3 left. There's the heat. There's the hell. Not sure what the heck. to the wherever the heck it was that I was going. Oh, I'm doing alright. Pretty good. Hadn't really streamed any in a long while, so I was trying to get back. I have my moments where I do, and then I have my moments when I don't. So I'm trying to get back into doing that again. Figured I'd get on here and do a little bit before I headed to work tonight at 7 o'clock. I always try to get back into the groove of like streaming some during the day and then streaming some after I get home from work, but sometimes I might come home and play something, but I don't feel like streaming, and or I'll just watch something before I head to bed. But knowing how my schedule is at the moment, especially dealing with work, I'm trying to also make this be like a priority as well as work too, of course. I mean, you don't necessarily need to have streaming be a priority, you know, because, I mean, it's not like I'm making any money off of YouTube. So, but you never know what the future holds, so. Yeah, that's true. Definitely got to do what you got to do. I think another reason is the fact that I was just really trying to focus on what it was that I wanted to stream as well, because, I mean, yeah, I'm doing Yakuza 5 here, but some folks may be like, well, I don't understand what's going on, which is understandable. I mean, because I have a tendency to go and freaking jump all around from one game to the next, to different parts that I've streamed, to other parts that I haven't streamed, so I thought about actually doing that with a game, trying to play it from beginning to end, but the only thing is that this particular game, I guess if I have it in window mode like I do right now with streaming, I would be able to see what's happening at the bottom of the screen and the top of the screen, because if I'm just playing it normally, it's a HD remaster, and I don't know why they did this, but like anything that's all the way at the top or all the way at the bottom gets clipped off. And I haven't figured out how to, I mean, I tried on my TV and on the game itself to see if I could fix that, and even on the PS4 itself, but there's no way for me to really do it. It's not detrimental for me to be able to play the game, but it's still nice to be able to see. So I'm pretty sure, I guess I would be able to see it better if I was streaming it in this windowed mode. Yeah, that's true. You're definitely playing quite a bit. That's for sure. But then again, you're also finishing quite a few as well, streaming. So yeah, it's weird. I mean, because the game was on the 3DS, and I think when they ended up going and remastering it, or doing an HD remaster, they didn't think about the TVs. It might just be my TV. Maybe other people might not be having the same problem. I don't know, but I mean, playing it on the 3DS, you can easily see what it's showing, but it's just like, dude. So I just press the buttons and figure out what's what, and then just figure it out from there. I mean, there's no doubt about it. I think probably the only game that I can recall that I finished stream-wise, in terms of playing it from beginning to end, was the game Ruiner, which is like a fast-paced, violent, bloody action game. I think there was probably just one section that I didn't stream, but I think like all the rest of it I streamed, I believe. It's kind of a short game, but damn, it was fun. But I mean, it sounded like one of those arcadey kind of games too, where they're like high scores would also matter as well. So I'm not really a scoring kind of guy. Gotta try to get all these side quests out of the way before I bother to go and progress onward with the main story. Yeah, I noticed that you were playing it last night. It popped up when I was at work, so I hadn't had a chance to really check it out or anything. But how you liking it? I have a tendency to read fast sometimes, and I probably really shouldn't do that because it's not like I really try to retain everything that I've read. It's like I try to get a good idea of what's going on, and then I just zoom on to the next thing. It's crazy, but I really try to focus a lot more. Try to focus a lot more on story, main story, or side story related stuff that I think would be interesting in following through with. Oh, good. I'm glad you. Pardon me. I'm really glad you're liking it. Yeah, it's they had updated it quite a bit too, with like other things that they had added in and whatnot, instead of just the base game itself, like the different challenges, and I think they had like some other gameplay modes in there, or some other difficulty modes, or something like that. So yeah, ever since it had been out, they pretty much had done quite a bit to it. I think one of the main things about that game, though, that had got to me is even though they're fun and they're interesting to handle, it can be a bit of a pain if you kind of really don't know where you're going or what you're doing, is dealing with the hordes, because those things, oh my gosh, I don't know if it deals with a certain difficulty that you're playing on, or if it's just in general, but if you fail too many times with dealing with like a horde quest, I think like a main story horde quest, or it could be a side story horde quest too, I don't know, it'll give you the ability to actually skip it. And I actually had done that once because I was just so aggravated with it, and it suddenly, like out of nowhere, it put me where all of the freakers were dead, but like there were so many of them that they were ragdolling all over the place and falling on top of each other, just a whole bunch of dead ragdolling bodies. Oh, it was funny. Yeah, the amount of those things that they can get on screen is crazy. I actually went back briefly to go check and see how things were going with it, considering I hadn't played it in so long after I did updates and whatnot to it, and I had messed around with it a little bit, but I hadn't really got back to play anything because I hadn't finished everything in it either. I finished the main story and a lot of side stuff, but there's also some other side stuff that I hadn't done yet, which I think mainly just deals with taking out hordes, and I think that's about it. I believe, or just taking out different little, encampments of the freakers. Tiny hordes, if you will. For the tiny horde! Oh great, I gotta beat up a taxi driver? Well, that's just peachy. It ain't gonna take me long to do that. Yeah, those speakers. Yeah, those. Oh, jeez. Definitely got to get those down. Otherwise, it'll have them careening at you all over the place. Push the generator, start everything. ID. It didn't put the entire text up there. Yeah, yeah. There, there's definitely a lot of them. It's kind of impressive what they managed to do. Well, you can always get other bikes in the game. Um, I think there was a way to kind of actually bring your bike back to you or summon it back to you or something. I think there was a way to do that. I would think also if they ended up doing updates on it, they would have managed to do that as well, but I don't really know. I think like if you're at an encampment or something, you can get it summoned back to you. Or yeah, people can go out and retrieve it for you for a small fee. Or how, I don't know how much the fee is. Yeah, I think it's only at the camps where you can do that at. You have to go to where you could actually level your bike up at, and you pay a small fee, and they'll go and retrieve it for you, or like put different parts on your bike. I mean, well, I guess technically that would be leveling it up. No one that changes stats for it. I beat your ass and then you give me a thingy. Fancy that. Okay, well now, put something else somewhere else. I'm just going to go ahead and move that there. I don't really think I'm going to really utilize it at the moment. But I'm definitely probably end up using it at some point if I don't really want to have to deal with too much enemies. Too many enemies. Let's see here. Okay, since that one is out of the way, all the other ones are okay besides me going and training with that other guy. And that's a fishing dude over there, so I'll just go ahead and take a taxi over there to close to where I need to go. That would help out a lot better. Alrighty, back to the main story. Move, you sons of bitches. So many NPCs. Oh god, you guys again. I love the way their heads move every time they try to be serious about something. It's so funny. I guess class is back in session. Yeah, there definitely is a lot. They already had quite a bit in there as it is. And then they ended up adding some other little extra stuff in there. I really try to... I try to do this thing in open world games where I try to go and explore the open world and find Easter eggs and whatnot after I feel like I've already felt like I've done everything that I've wanted to do in it. You know, quests and all that stuff. But, I can't remember if there was any Easter eggs in there or not. There is one particular Easter egg that I'm not going to say anything about, but that's the only one that I could think of that I've seen in there. Oh yeah, yeah, they're hilarious sometimes. Honestly, it's it's pretty funny how some of them are. The way I've always seen about glitches and bugs in games, I feel like if they're not actually causing the game to break or to crash or anything like that, or like cause where I can't progress or something, I mean, it's all good with me. It's no problem with me. Eat the wall again. Glitch trying to get onto the bike. Hey, Pass Boy. Hey, what's going on, man? Welcome to the stream. That's assuming I can get around to finishing the game. Yeah, that's definitely true. Which, I mean, when it comes to open world games, I focus mainly on the story and any side stuff that I want to, and any other side stuff that doesn't interest me, I just leave it for a later date or something. And I'll just leave that as it is. Nice! Yeah. Coronavirus one day at a time, yep. Just don't get drunk off of it. Ha ha ha. Was there any things that was on the ground for me to be able to pick up? I know at some point later in the game there's going to be stuff for me to pick up and utilize, but I guess it's just not popped up in the game yet. Have a hard time even starting new games. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
I've actually kind of been surprised that I've managed to finish 2 Yakuza games, probably, I believe, within like the past few weeks of this collection coming out, and this is the 3rd one that I'm on. Was the 5th one that I'm on, but it's the 3rd one in this remastered collection. So I finished 3 and 4, did a lot of side stuff. I'll go back later and check out other side stuff, but I'm just like, oh my gosh. It kind of seems like the PS3 games, to me, were actually a little shorter in terms of the main story than they are in PS4 with 0 and 6. But I guess maybe that would come to be expected knowing it's like different hardware. But even the remastered versions, they apparently ended up adding in other content that was cut recently from the PS3 version, and they put them in these versions, so...
Yeah.
Thank you kindly, madam. I will check you later. Thank you for coming in the stream and all that stuff. And I'll see you laters.
Ayo. それじゃ今日も仕事頑張ってくれんね。ジムの平川さんに声ばかけてみて。わかりました。
Okay, so that's squared away. And now... Oh, they did send me something. All I gave them was a freaking snack or whatever it was. Got through episode 5 of the Wizard. Oh, good. I think there's only 8 episodes, so you're almost near the end of the first season. How you liking it? Well, there goes another one that I have to put something inside of the thingy. Kind of a mixed bag. Yeah, actually, I heard in season 2, They're apparently going to be bringing a creature from the games over, or they're supposed to put something from the games inside of Season 2. Something like that. And there's rumors that Mark Hamill is supposed to play Geralt's mentor. I forgot what his name was. That's just a rumor, though. And then there's, like, other rumors that I heard where... dang, who was it? There was like one or two other actors, I think, that were rumored to possibly be playing in it. Or they were thought of as being characters in the show before casting happened. Oh, yeah. Yeah, Cavill is definitely great. He really does pull off the Geralt character really, really well, I think. About the exact same way as Geralt is in the games, too. It's kind of crazy. The only thing he needs to do now is grow out a beard or a goatee, which I'm pretty sure they may end up doing that at some point throughout the series.
Hey.
Well, you know, it's ultimately going to come down to the fact where, just like it would be in the games, I mean, I know the games are separate from the books, but then again, there's still connection with the books and the games, obviously, in terms of characters and relationships with characters. So, with that being said, you know that these characters are going to end up meeting up at some point, so it's pretty much going to, I guess, pretty much diverge into its own story with all these characters together. Amazing LSB, hey man, what's going on? Welcome back to the stream. Oh yeah, man, I've always been a fan of the Yakuza series. Well, actually, I wasn't. Like with the PS2 games, I didn't really get into them. But then when they finally came to PS4, now I'm like a fan of them. I've beaten all of them except for this one, and I'm really excited for the newest one that's going to be coming out, the turn-based RPG one that's going to be coming out later this year. I do have my qualms, though, about the series a little bit, especially how some of the boss fights throughout the series, even on the easiest mode, seem like they're kind of cheap. But... yeah, yeah, well, just like with any other show, you'd have to have other characters that you would focus on as well, especially if their main characters really have some type of relationships dealing with the main character. So, I mean, you could definitely end up seeing, obviously, Geralt and Ciri and Yennefer being the three main ones that they would focus on, at least as it seems as of right now. Oh, and Triss, too, who they need to recast. Yeah, Yakuza is definitely one of the best things, I agree, that Sega's done. I couldn't get into Shenmue, though. It just seemed like it was too slow and stilted for me, especially with the remasters that they came out with. But I guess at the time, when it first came out on Dreamcast, it was a force to be reckoned with, I suppose, considering that was almost like a first take into an open-world game, I guess you could say. I think it was before Grand Theft Auto 3 came out, too, I believe. Yeah, that's true. It does have a soap opera-like elements in it, considering the fact also of it being a drama. Well, there's action in it, obviously, but this is basically a drama. And I mean, there's some comedy that's injected here and there. Yeah, see, that's the thing though with the time jumps thing. It's like, to me, obviously, I didn't realize it until it was right there, and it's like, whoa, wait a minute, what's going on with this? Well, how did this happen when this happened? And blah blah blah. I was like, oh wait, they're jumping back and forth in time here. So obviously, they don't tell you that. It pretty much just shows itself on later on in the series. You see, like, sometimes I would see certain parts and I'm like, well, maybe this is just having a bit of a flashback and then it's going to go back to the present. So. Oh my god, are you serious? You're actually driving friggin' taxis in Yakuza now? I ain't gonna remember all this shit. I'm just gonna go. First is... Oh, so this is gonna be like a side quest thing too, even though it's a main mission right now? Come on, slow asses. Go! Run out in front of me? Oh my god, it's like real life. Signal's green. It's like Grand Theft Auto, but on the safe side of things. Yeah, I think the only real minor gripe that I have with it is just the Trish casting from what I've seen. Honestly, I mean, I would have expected there to be nudity in it, you know, even though I kind of feel like nudity and sex in shows and movies is just filler. I mean, honestly, people can say the same thing about me when it comes to like violence in movies and whatnot, but then again, it kind of seems like in a way the violence itself, depending on how it's implemented into the media, would kind of have some type of reasoning behind it or some reason for it being there, you know. Not just like, hey, we're going to fuck, you know, just, I mean, I don't know. Yeah. I mean, but I would have expected it to be that way, especially given the fact of the overall content of the show. Well, not just the show, it's the games and the books too, I guess you could say. So. Oh, I gotta use my directional signals now? That's precious. Oh my god, I can't do all this. Yeah, I agree. It is kind of awkward, that's for sure. Yeah, crazy taxi Yakuza style. Exactly right, man. That's exactly what it feels like. Yeah, oh yeah. Yeah, I understand. Yeah, that's true, but I think you're going to end up seeing a good bit more, I believe, as you go along with the next few episodes, I believe. But they sure did start it off strong with the first episode, with them fighting one of the monsters. Oh yeah, the John Wick style, yeah.
Oh? Hey.
That bard that's following him around, I really wonder if, I know his name isn't Dandelion, but in the games there's a bard that's following him around named Dandelion. But I don't know if that's supposed to be him or if he takes on that moniker, if it's a different bard or what. But what do you think of the song "Toss a Coin to Your Witcher"? Everybody's jumping on that like hotcakes, man. I really like it, honestly. Yeah, there's been quite a few YouTubers that I'm subscribed to as well that ended up doing heavy metal covers of the song. I'm like, man, there was one day, like, no kidding, man, there was like 3 covers that came out from 3 different YouTubers I'm subscribed to in the same freaking day of the same song. I was like, they must be collaborating or something. They actually were talking about that the song was finally out on Spotify, but when I tried to search for it, I got a bunch of covers. I didn't see the main one. I wonder if they actually got it out for purchase on iTunes now. I'm not sure, but everybody had been jumping on it a whole lot. None of your damn business. Well, for liking the show or for liking the games? yeah, that's Kiryu for you. Knowing how he's been throughout the series, he's never been one to really show too much emotion. Although I almost cried, man, in Yakuza 3. There was a certain scene that almost made me cry. It was like the first time I think I've ever really seen Kiryu show a lot of emotion besides him just being angry from time to time throughout the series. The only thing I know of on this list is ramen, so I'm just going to say ramen. I have no idea what those other 2 are. What the hell? What was that? Uh-oh. The fantasy genre in general? Oh. Well, I've always been into fantasy, like, as far back as I can remember, probably back ever since, like, since I had started high school. I think, maybe even way before that. Well, sorry about that, but my dadgum controller went dead, so I had to go and plug her back up again. So now I'm switching over controllers. So, there we go. Yeah. Yeah, I've always been into fantasy, like, always. But, I mean, there's different types of fantasy, too. You know, it's not just like it's one genre. It's like heavy metal. There's different subgenres of heavy metal. It's not all just one thing. It's the devil music. You're going and sacrificing virgins and bathing in their blood and dancing naked around the fire trying to summon the devil. You know, it's just like all heavy metal isn't like that. Just like it is where, it's just like, excuse me. Same way with fantasy. It's just like different types. Yeah, that is funny though. Well, I mean, it's kind of funny how, you know, you have one thought about a certain genre or something or certain media one day, and then the next you kind of get into it. You know, just taste can change from time to time. Never a dull moment in Japan. Yeah, that's the truth. Especially in this series. Good lord, man. Some of the most crazy over-the-top stuff. Jeez. I was kind of wondering if that was somebody following him where he was going to have to, like, fight him or something. What the... Oh, I guess it is. Holy shit, but... What the hell? That'll be a fucking race. I was gonna like, Lord Jesus, it's a fire. Yeah! Just run him off the road. Turbo, really? There's a turbo on a taxi cab? Are you kidding me? Yeah! Do I have to beat him, or is it just like, I hope not. It's funny too because throughout the series they've ended up having these moments, or a few moments, where you would actually be riding in a car and you'd have to shoot down bad guys while you were driving past them or jump on trucks to fight them and all that stuff. And now you're actually driving to get away from the guy or fight him or something. That's crazy. Yeah, you're exactly right, man. And I'm loving every minute of it. Oh, God. Oh, man. That's rich. Okay, now the turbo thing pops up. Use them appropriately. Okay. Use your damn truck! Oh my. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. I didn't know that was going to happen now. Holy shit balls. I thought it was just going to let me go forward and just go forward a little bit. I didn't know it was just going to lock in on me. Use them well to gain the upper hand. The speed would drop, okay. So what's going to happen here? Blue flag, explosive acceleration. Yeah! Oh, I thought I was supposed to press it. Was I supposed to press it or just hold it down? I don't know. Oh my god, that was crazy. It's the Yakuza series, though. Of course it would be crazy. Some over-the-top stuff in this series. Oh, Lord. Really? Well, in a game, yeah, I have a tendency to drive rather erratically in a game. Not in real life, though. I've had friends of mine in the past tell me I drive like an old woman or a old woman or an old man, And I'm like, yeah, and I haven't had any traffic violations or anything like that compared to like how you drive. That would always be my comeback to them, and they would just kind of laugh about it. I've got one ticket in my life, and that was it, but that's already been dropped off on my record now, and, you know, paid it off, obviously, and all that stuff, so.
Oi!
I guess they couldn't come up with a comeback after that, after I told them, yeah, and you're the one that got all these traffic violations, and I haven't, so what's that say about your driving? They didn't really have anything to say then. I remember one time, man, speaking of driving, I had a friend of mine years ago he was trying to explain to me why it was that using a turning signal wasn't a big deal. I'm like, you're a fucking idiot. And that's what I was thinking. Because we were riding with another friend of ours, and she was driving, and she didn't signal where she was going, and there was like a couple cars behind us or something, and I had mentioned something about it, and she didn't really think anything of it or say nothing about it, which I thought was stupid. But then he goes and says, he goes on this long spiel about friggin' turn signals. I'm like, whatever, dude. Am I gonna argue about a friggin' turn signal? Sounds like score. Yeah, exactly.
See. What? 奴らデビルキラーとかい。
そう。流すデビルキラー。この一帯を牛耳ってる走り。昔は走りを追求する。
Jeez. Must be the Italian in him, I suppose. I don't know.
そうなんです。
だが、まずいことになったな。奴らは狙った獲物は逃がさねえ。きっと
レースバトルを。
それなんだが、うんちゃんにはしゅなあ、冗談みたいに聞こえるかもしれねえが。
Yeah, there's no doubt about it. When I was learning to drive and all that stuff, my dad actually wanted to enroll me in defensive driving classes, whatever, same thing. And never got around to doing it, but I did read up on it a little bit. And when I took like driver's ed, I was learning to drive and all that stuff. I kind of had asked them about it, and they said that was like a separate class that needed to be taken. It wasn't actually given specifically with that class in mind, which I thought was stupid. I mean, if it's a driving class, it's a driving class. Teach the damn defensive driving techniques.
それが
頼む、協力してくれねえか。
しかし
あいつらはここ数ヶ月、最初はあいつらも家族連れ。
タクシー運。
ああ。うちゃんた。
わかりました。
本当か。
え
え。ありがとう。すまんがよろしく。さあ、遠慮せずにもっと食ってくれや。
145. Well, that eagle was flying, I guess you could say.
付き合ってくれてありがとうな。 これからいろいろ迷惑かけると思うが。
That eagle was flying. That's funny.
桐生
Oh, you almost gave up your real name, dude.
あんたのレースバトルを邪魔しないように警察には俺から言ってる。
Zing! It's pun central over here. Everything is very punny.
ああ、鈴木さん。和田サンバ送ってもらう。
いえ
デビルキラー。
ええ彼らに
レースバトルを。まったく。それでどうなったんです？
勝ちました。
Oh, I thought Zing was the name of my character. Mr. Game & Watch! You sexy son of a bitch, how you doing? Yep, it's Yakuza. I remember we talked about that in one of the recent Pixel Gamer Girls streams. So yeah, I'm actually streaming that some today.
県警の古道という方からレースバトルで倒すことがあいつらを潰す最善の方法。
そんなこと？
そうね。鈴木さん、事情は分かったわい。その古道。
社長、すみません。面倒なことに巻き込まれてしまいまして。
Doing good, how you? Peachy Keen, I reckon. I was just getting on here to stream a little bit before I head into work later this evening at 7 o'clock, so I'm trying to kind of make this be a priority again, considering the way that my schedule is at the moment, like with work and whatnot. Try to get around to doing some streaming during the day a bit before I go into work at night. Because when I get home, I keep telling myself, I'm going to stream. But for one, it's too late, and also the fact that maybe one or two people may show up of my regular folks, but ultimately you can... It might happen or it might not happen, you know, and it's like you don't want to stream and be like, well, I don't have anybody to talk to. So, you know, it would just make more sense to do it like early afternoon maybe. So I'm trying to get around to doing that again instead of dealing with like the late night things. When I get home, a real thing I want to do, I may play a little something, but I don't want to stream. But ultimately, I just want to watch something and then just head to bed a little while afterwards. So.
社長？
あ、もしまだ仕事
わかりました。
Besides streaming this, I think that I'm gonna try to get around to streaming a lot. Because I had just started that. I don't know how far I got in the 3DS version, but the PS4 version, I think it's pretty much just the same game, except for the fact of it being HD and the more crisper graphics. Yeah, I just finished 4 last night, and so here I am on 5, so... Yeah, say you're gonna stream and you just sleep, yeah, exactly. And sometimes I'll get home, I get out of the shower, I might get a little something to eat, and I'm like, I think I'll stream something. No, I just want to watch something on WWE Network and head to bed. Keep respecting their vows not to be in sync with the dialogue. Damn, guys. Oh man. Well, when we get to the more higher definition cutscenes, I think you'll actually see them sync up with the Japanese dialogue. I'll go in a bit. I want to see if there's any side quests that popped up. And I also want to get some of this stuff off of me that I'm not utilizing so I can make more space in my inventory that they didn't increase over the course of the series, which is bullshit! I don't get it! Well, I guess I don't really need that, but I'll put it in there anyways, just in case I need it. Or this one, for that matter. Yeah, exactly, man. Start watching stuff, it's like, oh, well, can't be streaming nothing now. Fetch quests. Yep. Ah! LSP, how in the blue hell did you do that, man? I don't even know what the fudge that even says. That's weird, though. How'd you manage to do that? I always thought kanji was a unique language. Is it called kanji? Or kanja? Or kanji? Or however the heck you say it? And there's just that one that's up there, but that's the fishing dude. So ultimately, I'm not really going to worry about exploring the city as of right now. Some old geezer needs some sake. Oh, is that what it says? Harry Passport, how in the world do you manage to learn Japanese so fast, sir? Yeah, I had to go out to check some stuff. This is weird though for how this starts out, how this particular one starts out in the series.
Yeah. 来てもらっちゃってごめんなさいね。
いえ。
あ、僕達也ってテレビとかにも出てるんですけど、知りません？
Oh, prediction of the fetch quest. Okay. Yeah, he really, especially even when he gets older in the series too, because like by the time that he gets to Yakuza 6, I believe he's in his mid 40s or late 40s, I believe, but he still like retains the way that he looks. But you can look in his face and tell him that he has some aging going on, so that's a good attention to detail.
おいしい店。わかりました。
Here we go. The curious sauce sausage. Oh my god. That's funny. Yeah, running log of a man kind of reminds me of that training log fighter from one of the Tekken games. What was his name? I forgot what it was. But you probably know what I'm talking about if you've played the games and unlocked him and played as him. I may actually get around to streaming Darksiders Genesis at some point too. I forgot all about that. I've gotten a good bit into that one, but I don't know how far I've gotten into it. Of course, the Yakuza series is very story heavy as well in many instances. Yeah, there's a panda bear, there's a regular bear, there's the log dude, can you play as a car in that? No, wait, that was Fighting Vipers, where you could play as the Daytona, Daytona USA, yay! I remember that in the arcade, even on Sega Saturn. But yeah, you could play as like the Daytona USA car as well, as like an unlockable fighter, I believe.
いやもう全く違う。これはね。
ありがとうございます。料理長も喜びます。
運転手さん。
はあ。
Bring someone to Suplex City as a panda bear. It's Suplex City, bitch! Rawr!
いやー、美味しかった。
いえ、普段は食事は簡単に済ませてしまうので、あまり。
そうなの？料理って不思議な力があると思うんです。僕自身シェフやってますけど、作り。
The most important ingredient you can add to your cooking is passion. Put your baby gravy inside your dish. Yeah.
気持ち一つで普段の食事がいろんな力になるんです。これって。
そうです。
あ、僕まだこの街いろいろと食べ歩き。美味しいものを楽しく食べるといろいろ。
はあ、また機会がある。
Oh man. Yeah, garlic salt would work. Panda bears want to get up to make more pandas and put forth the effort of fighting contest. Oh man. I was like, yeah, I'll go ahead and give, man. I'll forfeit. Boost abilities like eating at restaurants. Well, they actually kind of implemented that throughout the series, at least in terms of experience points that you could gain from eating at restaurants. And then if you drank a lot, you get drunk, but at the same time you would unlock like drunken master abilities too. I remember that. Yeah, we're gonna have a very American Pie moment with a hot apple pie in a Japanese setting. We're gonna have an American apple pie in a Japanese setting. Yakuza. Kiryu's gonna stick his ding-a-ling inside of an apple pie. Oh God. Anyways, okay. Big advantage in battle. Health gains, improved attack power. Well, that might have been something a little bit different than what I used to have been knowing about the series. I don't really know if they had that in 0 and 6 or not. Oh my God. Yep, can't skip through these. I don't want to, but I mean I can't change the dialogue or fast forward the dialogue or nothing. I can pause it though. Of course, they didn't do that through the rest of the series until they got to 5, and then they did 6 and 0. And Kiwami 1 and 2. Yeah, I remember these dudes. What's his face sent them after Daigo, which apparently they found out about me too. Hey, they better roll ball around 50 seconds, deck to guy. That's a lot of protein in that ramen. Hot chick is immune to poison. Well, I haven't ran into her yet, but maybe she'll show off. They do have gentlemen's clubs too that you can go to in these games. There's also like hostess clubs that you can run and things like that. And of course, they got like the massage parlors and whatnot. I mean, nothing is gratuitous or anything like that, but you know, they got the you know how it is with Japanese games. The Ninja Scroll, yeah, exactly. Oh, that was a great movie. I
自分たち
remember I
は
got that for like $4 or $5 on Blu-ray. I already had it on DVD, but I wanted it on Blu-ray like months
今回
ago. It
堂
was
島
on
会長
sale.
の福岡訪問にあたり本家本部長兼会長秘書の直系青山組組長青山から会長の護衛役を仰せつかりました。私森永と申します。
Kill the game with those places.
横にいる
Yeah.
のは私の弟
Yeah,
の泰造です。
I couldn't really get into them though, honestly. I mean, they introduced such a bunch of really weird things into the series, like the owning of the properties and selling and owning properties and making money off of those, and the hostess clubs and all that.
交渉自体は問題なく終えられたのですが、その後の会長の足取りがわからないんです。
Hit him with his feather duster. That would have been amazing, man. That would have been so great. That would have been a great classic kung fu moment.
その後、車で追いかけたのですが、福岡の交通事情に疎い私たちは、不覚にも会長が乗ったタクシーを見失ってしまいました。
Yeah, I mean, I tried to, but I don't know. I guess I just wanted something that was a little bit more upbeat, I guess you could say. I always try to do a little bit of everything, though, in the series to see if something would grab my attention. Because there would even be some things you never really thought that you would play, and it turns out you would. And you're like, oh, you know, I never thought I would play this.
なぜ会長が待機列の中ほどにいたタクシーにわざわざ乗るような行動を取ったのか、その理由が全く分かりませんでした。ついさっきまでね。まさかその運転手が登場界の4代目桐生一馬さんだったとは、正直今も驚いています。
人違いだ。
桐生さん、堂島会長の行方、何かご存知ではないですか？
俺は客を乗せ高速を走り、再び長洲街の近くで降ろした。それ以外のことは何も知らない。
本当なんですね。
ああ。話はそれだけか。
That pretty much kind of showed that he didn't want to reveal that it was him.
それでいいんですか、桐生さん。本当にあなたは堂島会長を見捨てたまま平気でいられるんですか？
Well, it's kind of weird because, like, I mean, it kind of makes sense to me that they would have it all be in Japanese, but at the same time, I really do wish they would have had an English track as well. But apparently in the newest one that's going to be coming out, they're going to end up having an English track in that one. And of course they had an English track in Judgment, which was a spin-off of this series. So, if you ever wanted to give the series like this a shot, even though Judgment really doesn't have anything to do with the Yakuza series, it's set in the same... It deals with the Yakuza, and it deals with the same city, but it doesn't actually follow, like, this particular story path. It has an English voice track as well. Yeah, I know what you mean. That's probably, like, the thing that really didn't make me want to play it. Back on PS2. But after I had played a bit of a demo on the PS3, I was like, oh well, I'll give it a shot. And I didn't really get around to it until it came out on PS4. And of course, this one I'm playing right now actually wasn't even released in the West until now, when they ended up releasing the remastered collection.
Yeah.
Excuse me. Yeah, they got like two different types of cutscenes. Or 3 different ones.
知らねえか。どうしてそこまで白切り通すんだよ。はいぞ。
その手を離せ。離せと言ってるだろう。
Yeah, I understand what you mean.
わかりました。
It would have been nice if they ended up
あ
having
なたは桐生一馬さんではなく
English
鈴
all
木太
throughout
一
the
さん。
series, but
そういうことですね。
I mean, I know that would cost extra money, but I'm kind of wondering, considering how Sega is and they're mainly software now. Well, obviously they're software.
わかりました。
Um,
だったら話
I
は
wonder
簡
if
単
that
で
would
す。
have obviously really pushed their expenses up higher.
痛い目に遭ってもらいま
Maybe
す。
that was like another reason why they didn't do it. But recently they had been, because I
あなたが
guess the
登場
series
から
had
4
really
代目
been
だという
selling
の
really
は
well, really been
ど
catching
んな
on.
事情があ
So
れ我々が手出しすることなどできません。ですが、あくまで1階のタクシードライバーだと言い張るのなら話は別。力ずくで本当のことを教えてもらうまで。
仇に手を出すってのか。
間違いは承知の上、しかし今一刻を争う時、綺麗事を言ってられる状況じゃありません。我々はヤクザなんです。いざとなれば暴力を使うということはご存知のはずだ。
いいだろう。そういうことなら相手するしかねえようだな。
覚悟してください。行きます。
ooh,
全力で行かせてもらいます。
somebody wants to fight. Oh, well, hell, I think I can really throw him out. Ah! You son of a bitch! I didn't press the triangle button, though. That's what I needed to do. You shut. Get the hell out of the way! I need to grab this thing so I can beat your ass with it. Well, then again, I can't talk. Got my ass beat, too. Yeah! Well, I didn't press it fast enough, so I couldn't get it all. Well, piss on me. No, don't do that. Power drive him! I was pressing the damn triangle button. You're supposed to be able to power drive him. What the fuck was that shit? Yeah! Oh, I thought I already got close to kicking their ass, but I guess not. I guess not! Suplex City, bitch! Yeah. Oh, Jesus. Well, he would just flip him over. That's not a pile driver. That's like a what the hell ever. Sega released a next-gen console with all the past and current games on it and release future games. Yeah, that would be great. I mean, it would be wonderful if they managed to end up doing that. That would be lovely. Because, they're just mainly, I think that they've, well, I know that they put out that miniature console thing. I know they had done that. For sure. I think they did. But, that's like the only real hardware, I guess you could say, that they had putting out. Booyah! No, I don't think they're waking up. I think I'm putting them to sleep. At least I thought it was.
俺が知っていることは全て話した。それだけは本当だ。この後どうするかはお前たちの仕事だ。
Might as well call it a day. Oh, okay. Yeah, might as well call it a day. Just kick 2 Yakuza ass. Just kick 2 Yakuza asses. Might as well call it a day. Oh, look, there's a side quest. What the heck? Oh my God! Oh my Lord! She looks terrible. She looks like she's like a bread face or something, like a bunch of dough got smashed together or something. Escaped by a taxi driver. Exactly. Or technically the 4th chairman of the Tojo clan. I think he's of the Tojo clan. Was it 4th chairman? Yeah, Tojo clan. I don't know the clan he's in. I forgot after playing throughout this whole godforsaken series. Yeah, I think there's like a trophy for picking up trash around there. Shiny objects. Yeah, that's been throughout the whole series. These sparkling pearls of wonder are actually pieces of trash. So it's like a whore that's out on the street and she thinks that she's a sparkling pearl of wonder, but she's just a piece of trash. Alright. Well, I might as well, if anything that I'll see, I'll try to do everything that I... Oh my gosh! The whole buttload of friggin' side quests that popped up there, that's for friggin' sure. Harakara wants the eggplant. Yeah, boy! Oh, there's one that's closer that's up here, so I'll just go to that one first. See what's going on with that one. What time is it? It's 4:23. Have fun telling you go to Lowe's. Make sure other friends leave a like. Yes. All right, man. Take it easy. Thank you for coming to the stream. I appreciate it. Loki, you need to go outside? Do you need to go outside? Loki. I'm talking to my dog at the moment. Do you need to go outside? Oh God, he does. Okay, yeah, that had to register with him. He's going crazy. Guys, I'll be back in a little bit. If you're in the stream, cool. If not, I'll catch you later, but I'll try to stream a little bit by the time I come back, but I'm going to run him outside real quick because he's going absolutely insane. I shall return.